Good evening. It's special night tonight, Wednesday, March 16. Usually I don't stream on Wednesday, but again there's a European soccer game tomorrow that I have to go to, and hopefully we'll win the match. I'm not going to football myself, but the team is. And let's first start the show. Welcome back. It's Wednesday, 9 p.m. in the Netherlands. March 16 already. We just skipped half of March. And as we did not finish the security test yesterday, I'm going to continue doing that. Let's see if we can do some debugging there and get that to be up and running. So I can basically use that also in my website later on. But just first learn how to do all this. Where is my mouse? There's my mouse. So yesterday we created this project according to the blog post here by Chris Sainty. Not sure if I'm pronouncing his name properly, but let's see who he is. He is an MVP, Microsoft MVP, and working in Norfolk, England, and he wrote Blazor in Action. Actually, he's still writing on it because it's an early access program. But he wrote some time ago an article on how to secure a Blazor client application, and we built that yesterday, but it was not working yet. So now we are going to debug it because we built it in .NET Core 6. And I think this one was built on .NET Core 3 or something. I don't know. Maybe it's in here. 3.1 preview even. So let's start Fish Studio there. There is a new version of Fish Studio. But I'm not updating it just now. Tomorrow it's the 25th anniversary of Fish Studio, 25 years ago already. Test Client Auth, that's the project that we built yesterday. There are a couple of things in there. The server application, it's basically containing the account controllers and the login stuff there. And we have the client application and some shared model information. Maybe we can have a look if we can get the API tested. The last part of the stream yesterday I added Swagger information, but I'm not sure if that's also showing. Let's click on this link there. I think we installed the package already. Swashbuckle ASP.NET Core. Go to NuGet, the NuGet package manager. It is installed. That's good. Let's see if there are updates since yesterday. No updates. That's also good. I wouldn't expect updates after a day, but you never know. Dum. Back to the Swasbuckle page. Add and configure Swagger middleware. I think we put that in. At Endpoint API Explorer, we have the build service at Swagger Gen. Copy. That's this one. Name v1 open API some API provides data version 1. Usually you put in there some more relevant information about your project, but this is a test that's not relevant at all. Then if app environment is development, use Swagger UI. And that's not in here yet, I think. App, let's do that. App, I use Swagger. App, use Swagger UI. Use Swagger. Swagger, not Swagger. Something like that. The preceding code adds Swagger middleware only if the current environment is set to development. Hence the is development check. The use Swagger UI method calls enables static file middleware. Launch the app and navigate to local port. Localhost port Swagger v1 Swagger JSON. The generated document describing the endpoint appears as shown in Open API specification. The Swagger UI can be found at /Swagger. Explore the API via Swagger UI and incorporate it in other programs. To serve Swagger UI at the app's root, set the route prefix property to an empty string. Yeah, that's not relevant for our test. If using directories with IIS or reverse proxy, set the Swagger endpoint to relative path. Blah blah blah. By default, Swasbuckle. Good evening, defines. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, happy Wednesday. It's a special day today because usually it's stream day on Thursday. But today, due to a soccer game, tomorrow I will be here today trying to get this security thing up and running. It's a lovely day for .NET. Actually, tomorrow is a better day for .NET, I think, because that's the 25th anniversary of Fish Studio. And we're celebrating that, I think, around 5 o'clock p.m. Dutch time. Let's have a look. 25 years of Visual Studio. There's a little video there. Oh, this is the event. Interesting. This is on YouTube. Let me copy that in the chat window, so everyone can look at that tomorrow at 9 a.m. PST Pacific time. I think it's also on Twitch. Oh, that's show more, show less, show more. That's you get one space, one empty line extra by selecting show more. How cool is that? So tomorrow is the Fish Studio 25th anniversary event. And I'm going to be there probably. I'll be there as in attending and listening in just before the soccer match. Customize and extend when not customizing and not extending. XML comments. Very interesting. Warnings. Disable warnings. I think that's not relevant for now. Swagger doc. Is that what we do in here? Yeah, that's what we do in here. Version, title. Version, title, description. Terms of service. Contact. Example license. Use system reflection. Okay. Well, let's run this and see if the Swagger UI is coming up. See if we can do something. Oh, this is... I already broke it. Did break it. Save. Let's build it first. Use WebAssembly debugging. F5. Dum, dum, dum. Where's the Swagger? Is there no Swagger? No automatic Swagger? Because this is not a server. Did we start both? That's the client. Tools. Options? No. You always need to search for that. Properties. Startup. We'll start up the server and the client. Oh, it's set to single. That's not what we want. And that's also why it won't work. Cancel. Stop this again. I already get a reminder to go to bed. That's way too early. We're just starting here. Let's make that multiple. The client and the server needs to start. Okay. Let's build that. Not sure why that did not save it. Also wonder if that's the reason why it was not working yesterday. Because if we don't have a server, then nothing will happen there. Oh, what's this? Unable to attach the browser? Okay. So it doesn't start anything then? If if I set up start a project, then this will probably disable the multi start again. See, that's disabled it again. Dependencies. Servers depending on shared. Client depending on server. Let's try this again. Two empty browsers. And still doing something there. This is one, and what's the other one? This is client. Both are not working. Interesting. Let's open the website that we are also developing. Oh, is it maybe in a break? Ooh. Failed to bind. Address already in use. Okay. Maybe we should stop the Fish Studio here quickly. Close that and now start Fish Studio again. Because it might be that it's confused already. No TypeScript version specified by loaded projects. Interesting. Yeah, did it load? Yes. Let's check the startup options. Multiple projects. Okay, let's try running this again. And still failing. So there are two projects using the same things. Project properties, debug. Let's see what the startup port is. I don't find this the properties more transparent while you're scrolling through them. I think the old setup was much easier. Because where's the localhost setting? This one is showing localhost. Why is this listening? Oh, this is secure, this is insecure, not secure, HTTP. Let's see if we just start the server here. Set on startup, run that. Let's see if that's running. Seven 103. Wonder why this is loading there. Error in connection. Well, let's open the website with that and see what the difference is there. This is a Swagger endpoint. Properties. Let's see the dependencies here. Projects, shared, only shared. Properties. Console application. Server. Properties. Startup not set. Allow publishing, debug. PDB. It all looks the same. Reference assembly, same thing. .512 assembly name. No difference at all. Code analysis, same thing. Debug. Where's the ECMAScript there? None, none. Same thing, same thing. Yeah, that's both the same. And close that. Use secrets. Entity framework. I think this one has the core design in there. Oh, it's already outdated as well. New version in here. Tools. This one has design and that one has tools in there. Shared project. So that's no difference either. So check the, I'm going to find the localhost version. Localhost. Where's the definition of localhost? Nowhere. Localhost. So where's defined that it's running? At what port? Output path, bin, directory. What was it running? 1703, 7103? There it is. 7103, and the other one. Where did I just find that? already forgot where to find it. Assembly language, debug, in there. So this is also 7103. Is that the same? Test client auth. Let's maybe put that on 5. Let's make that 10. And do the same over here. Let's check is that debug profiles. Now let's see what happens if we make that multi-target again. Both, okay. 5. Now there should not be a collision anymore. That's 7120. No website to be found. And that should be true because there's that's that thing. So why is this launching a website? 20, that's the API, that's good. 10 is the client. Accounts. Login, email, password, remember me. Register. Try it out. Accounts is saying it's not successful with 1, 2, 3 errors. Let's see, log in there, try it out. Oh, oops. Let's see if the weather forecast is running. Oh, this is post, post, and this is a get. Try it out. Execute. Did you get something there? 401, because that's not allowed. Because there is an requirement to that it's authenticated, I think, on the weather forecast controller. See, there's authorize on there. Stopped responding. So that's one. If we remove this one, then it will probably work. Now we have to build it again, rebuild and apply changes. Then it's client 20. This should not start this, but it should start Swagger. Get weather forecast. Try it out. Execute. See, this is returning it. If the authentication is disabled, it will return things. Now let's check if we can do something like create an account. So why is this called accounts? Because this will register an account, not so much doing accounts. Let's have a look at that. Let's first start to have a look at the startup for server here, there, properties, debug, profile. This will start in 67. Launch the browser. Oh, URL, the address of the website to navigate to. Okay, copy. Let's put this side by side. Properties. Debug. Profile. Core environment development. The applies on, launch browser. This would be Swagger. Okay. Let's try this again. Test client F5. Let's check if the streams are up, by the way. A little inception there, yes. That's running. YouTube is also running. Let's go back in here. And now it started Swagger, so that's good. Some API. So now let's have a look at the code, because accounts, I think that does not sound right. It should be something like register or something. Where is the code? There is the code. Because there's the Razor page doing this. Now this is the project. This is register Razor. This will navigate to login. If it was successful, let's go to the blog post there. Let's find the API first. API controller, accounts controller. There's a post. From body. Where is the website? There, accounts controller, accounts. That's the register model. By default, authentication is false. So let's put a break in here somewhere. Then go to the Swagger page, accounts. And let's try this. Then this should be something like let's find my user there. Copy. Let's make that test 1, 2, 3, 4 bang. Test 1, 2, 3, 4 bang. Execute. There we are. That's the email. This is not right. Model email. Oh, it is. It's creating both the username and email as the email address. Then it will create one with the password. User manager, create async. Succeeded. So F5, that worked. Successful, no errors. This is what was returned, I think. Good. Now we should be able to log in. Try it out. buffer is already empty. And I'm lazy to type, so copy and paste it. And then test 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. Remember me true. Let's do the break on the login. Controller. There. F9. Execute. Let's check the things in here. Email. That's right. The password is right. Is persistent is false. Lockout on failure is false. F10. Succeeded. Okay, now we're going to get a claim. We don't get anything. Oh, it already failed. So that fails. String reference not set to an instance of a string. Parameter S. Okay, so that doesn't work. Error response status 500. That's an internal error, I think. Let's try it again. That works. Then we get this. Claims name, email. That seemed to work. Local authority. Then a new security key will be created by using. This is not right. Okay. That's wrong. Because this one should be prefixed by authentication. Excellent. Excellent. Cool. Let's stop this. Canis 8 lupus. Soup. Yeah. First time chat. Okay. Welcome. Canis 8 lupus. Canis 8 lupus. That's a fancy name. Welcome to the stream. We are trying to implement some security on the Blazor WebAssembly application. Let's see where it is there. This was failing because it was not able to find the keys there. I think I forgot about it because it's out of scope if you look at this like that. Let's find all these items. That's now okay. That's okay. Yeah, that's prefixed. That's prefixed. that in settings? Where is it? Audience. Yeah, there's an audience in there. Random key. So you guys from the chat can hack this later on. Well, in general, this will be this will have an override in the Azure settings. So this is just for debugging, for developing purposes. Let's try run this again. There we go. Let's try login again. Let's see if the account was persisted. Try it out. Get the email address again. And this very secure password, test 1234 bang. Remember me. Execute. And now F10. Oh. Succeeded. Yes. And then we get a claim. Now we get a key. There's some sort of a internal thing there. Crypto provider. And this is done from the security key there. Let's see if we can watch this. Copy. Yeah, that's the random key. That's good. Let's see if we can go to the next step. Credentials, signing credentials. Use the key, F10. Then the expiry will be based on configuration expiry in days. That will be 1 day, I think, from what I remember. Yeah, 1 day. F10. Now we get a token from issuer. Localhost, that's right. And the audience should also be localhost. Yes. Claims is the one that we got here. Expiry set to 17th, that's tomorrow. Signing credentials, and that's the credentials that we got there. And then F10. Let's see if we got an OK on the end there. Successful. And then we received the token. Copy that. Notepad. Not sure if we can use that, but yeah, and obviously there is now no option to, because this one is already working because I disabled the security there. So we need to bring that back, and now my key is also obsolete because we'll get a new one when, I'm not sure we get a new one. Let's check that. Cancel. Let's re-enable the security on weather forecast there. Put the authorize back. Bring back the authorization attribute thing. Build it. Soup. Dun, 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 dun. So far so good. We are able to access the API. F5. Let's do this login again. Get the name, because I'm too lazy to just type it in. No, try it. That will be easier. Password test 1 2 3 4 bang. Execute. F5. And now we got success. So let's see if the key is exactly the same. Copy. Notepad. Looks like it's exactly, no, it's different. It's a different key. Okay. Token, different token. But this is handled by the application where we store the token, and if it's not available anymore, then it will renew it. But it's interesting to see that you get a new token there. And at least the successful is true and there's no error and the token is returned. Now let's see if we can also do the weather forecast. Try it out. Execute. Why is there? It's a 401. Why is there a 401? It should be logged in. Let's see there. Clear. There's the register model, minimum length, temperature. So we enable the authentication on there, but it refused to do a thing. So what if we do it from here? Log in. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. That's not working. So it looks like this is failing on the return of the token. But firstly, we want to know why this is not working. Authorize specifies the class or method that the attribute is applied required to specified authorization. Let's have a look at the blog post there. Register model. Controller base, login model, login result. Client side is the other side. We're not there yet. Whether let's start up the app. No data should load, and you should see a 401 error if you're not logging in. Sample data controller. Configuring. Mark as authenticated. Google Web API .NET Core authentication authentication test. Basic authorization, testing, test authorization. Mock things, test tokens. Let's have a look at the GitHub code there. from, what's his name? Crescenti. Repositories. Where is the client? This one, I think. Client Side Blazor. Source. Let's have a look at the server there. There's the controllers, the 3 controllers that we have as well. Data, application DB, where was the application data to be found? There, controllers. I would guess you need to do something for this. Log in, log out. Account controller, that's what we have, I think. Accounts controller, account controller. I think we have claims-based authorization. That's what we have. That's role-based, I think. Authorized. You need to be authorized to log out. Yeah, otherwise the logout is not visible. True. Login should be anonymous. Page model. This gives, let's see, where's the swagger thing? There. We are logged in, I think, here. There's the weather forecast, execute. .NET Core API returns I use a data service from client. When I call API, it always response code 401, but when I call it from the same API code from code behind, Razor C#, it works. I think it's related to the context. As far as I think the 401 unauthorized client error response code indicates that the request has not been applied because it lacks valid authentication credentials for the target resource. Web API provides built-in authorization filter. The filter checks whether the user is authenticated or not. It returns HTTP status code when invoking the action. To restrict access to every web API controller, you add the authorized attribute. To restrict access for specific controller, add a filter. Yeah, this is what I also know, but I don't know how to get around that. According to the error, client expects the JSON string response, but your design returns a string. So is that created if we just build a project there? See data repos, new folder 2022 0316 already, CMD. Then new Visual Studio, create a new project, WebAssembly next, test auth 3, that should be 16 today. Next, we are going to use individual accounts. enable hosted. Let's see if we get something created by doing that. Let's see what we have here. We have some controllers. OIDC configuration controller. And the weather forecast that's now authorized. So there's nothing special in here. Except for obviously authorize. Oh, it's not put on this one. In this case, it's put on the website. Controller. And that requires rebuild, obviously, so we stop this. Well, we are going to look at the other things as well. iLogger. That's getting the data. So there's no change in there. Authorization, same thing. Then the controller, that's this one. This one is using the OIDC configuration controller. From client ID. This is using the database. Includes a dependency on Duende identity server. This is an open source product with a reciprocal license agreement. If you plan to use the something blah blah blah, that will take a license fee. Identity server page application. Oops. So I wonder if we build this, will this create a database? This will create something special. Local DB. Databases. See this one. Let me see. Authentication with Client Blazor. Yeah, this will This is the one created by, let's see if it's something in there. Users. View data. See, there's the one record. Password hash. At least there's a hash in there. Two-factor is disabled. Did we build it? Yeah, we built it. What if we run this? Got it. I guess this will fail. Oh, it's not failing. Authorizing. Login. So this is going to the identity server, apparently. Use another service to register. There are no external authentication servers configured. See this article about setting up ASP.NET application to support logging in via external services. Okay. Client ID, so that's also an option. Instead of using a database. Let's copy this and put that in my note. If it will open, at least. I have an issue with my sticky notes recently. Paste. Yeah. It's not showing my cursor in my sticky note. What's this called? Copy that. Bring it in. Okay, save that as an alternative. At least the data here is okay. So this is not showing what we wanted to get. That's the model, then the client. Fetch data. So this is doing nothing special. Access token not available. Access token not available. Exception. Log login display. If not authorized, authentication login. Okay. But this is something completely different, so this is not what I was looking for. What was the other option? Create a new project. Blazor. Next. Test auth 4. Next. Select Microsoft Identity Platform. Put hosted in there. Create. Let's see what the option is there. This required the Microsoft.NET Identity tool. .NET MS Identity tool. Oh. Required components need to be installed. Click Finish to install the components and try again. Finish. I think nothing happened. Required components need to be installed. .NET MS Identity tool. Tools, external tools, add, and then enter the following information. Let's do this from GitHub. Copy. Invoke the tool by using the following command: MS Identity app sync. Okay. Did something happen here? Controllers. No controllers. Pages. Authentication. That's the action thing again. This is using Azure ID. The following identity settings need to be configured. That's also interesting to research later on. Okay. Let's make some notes here. But this is also something different, so let's go back to the debugging of what we were doing. To do. That was swashbuckle. Okay. Go back to, okay, close this one, that's no longer needed. This one. Let's try if this is working. F5. Let's see if we can create a user. From the application that is. So we're going to register first. Then let's create Joe at docus.nl. Test 1 2 3 4 bang. Test 1 2 3 4 bang. And let's break on the code in the client. Register, that's this one. Handle registration. Register. That's this one, yeah, that's this page. If we're going to hit the submit button, then it will submit to handle registration. That's in here, let's F9 that. Submit. F10. Then register. That will already fail. And that's giving the issue unhandled. Notepad. Input does not contain any JSON tokens. Let's break in the server as well. Put a breakpoint in the server, because this one will register. Let's try it again. Reload. Geo and tokens. Let me first disable all these settings of remembering things. Privacy. I don't want to save all this information. Save and fill basic info, no. And let's remove this and remove that. Save and fill custom info, no. And also no passwords. Privacy. No, don't save passwords. Not even possible to change that. No saved password, that's good. Address. So no personal information. No passwords. Show the reveal password, yeah. Payment info, don't save any payment info. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. Yeah, copy that, paste. Let's go to the, it's already a breakpoint. F10, F11. This is still auth service, that's still on the client. So, post as JSON API accounts using register model. That's correct. I think the response will fail. F11. Is this the server register model? That's the shared point, shared item. What did we get back? No, not found. So that failed. The HTTP client is failing probably. So did we miss the injection for the HTTP client? Let's open the other one again, the website. Excuse me. Hope I don't get corona. This one. Let's see how I did that in the API of the website. Why is this not doing anything? It's not, yeah, there it is. Go in here, application. Go to the where is the HTTP client here? HTTP client. Don't search for matching case. There. That's in the model. This is, I think, on program. Is that the server? What's the namespace here? This is the website. The website is creating an HTTP client, so let's go into the blog post. I think it should have an HTTP client somewhere. Authorization service. This is not injected, I think, here. Where's this one? There. Client. HTTP client in this repository. auth services. That's what we have. Inject. Fetch data, that's the thing, I think. Blazor HTTP client. 1, 2, 3, 4 locations. Where's the client? The client. This is, yeah, test client. Fetch data. Yeah, this is the HTTP client. So how does that know where to go? Should know where to go to. There. So we were bringing in this HTTP client. SP match case. That's not used. This is on the client program. Source, client, program. So that's not in there, so maybe in startup, because that was changed in .NET 6. It was added here. Did it end up in the, let's see, the base address equals to, this is the test authentication thing, base address. Well, let's have a look at that. service provider. Google. At least I think we should get something like this. And we did change something in there like this. See the base address in there for this API. Copy. This is also in programs. I wonder if this is ever used. Oh, it is. That's the always available HTTP client, I think. Copy. Not sure why I have this in here. Created a Blazor WASM application with identity server something blah blah blah. This is the open identity server thing. See, that's the same thing as this. If I remove the add HTTP client API code, it will fetch the code directly and set the base class per environment. No, leave the add HTTP client call. As I mentioned, you will use existing setup code. Shuffling the order around. This is the default API. It's getting it from configuration. This is interesting to keep in here. Comment, and then bring this up there. So we'll fix that later on in the web application. And then the example for the configuration option. There's a server. This should be by default this thing there. Here. Yeah. So that's always already halfway there. Then go into this one again. Oh, oops. Default API, let's move that up. And then copy the same thing as here. Where are my settings in the server here? I think this one was server is, well, this is not on the, yeah, that's the hard part. Because this one is not right. We don't have settings on the Blazor application. That's interesting, because that will also fail on the other one, on this one. Because the API URI is not, should not be in the API app settings, because that's completely useless. And this one is the program that's on the client. There are no settings on the client. So let's remove this again. Because with Blazor WASM application, you don't have any settings on the client side. So my guess it would be something like this. So this is not possible. Go to definition. Microsoft extensions. Microsoft extensions HTTP. Extensions HTTP. Microsoft extension HTTP, is that added in this client? Add new GA packages. Extension HTTP, there it is. Client, where's client? Here. Add new GA packages. Why is that not run? Because it's running. Let's close this. Manage new GA packages. Oh, there it's already installed. Okay. For configuring and retrieving named HTTP clients in a composable way. Okay. Did it install? Yes, did install. Now it's recognized here, but it should not be software API. It should be something like test client auth server. Test client auth server. Then this is used somewhere. Close that again. Close that and close the imports. No longer necessary. This is what we copied. I think this is not necessary for our server there. HTTP client. That's injected. Client factory. That's the HTML client. Get async. So let's try do the same there. Copy. On register, I think. Inject auth service. But where does it get the client here? That's doing the auth service doing that. It's this one. When this is initialized, this is not injecting it. Client factory. I guess in this case it is automatically injected. API accounts. I think that's done by policy. Let's have a look at here. So this will create apparently this one 9, and we have to break on this one. Let's run this. said run this. Register. Now we get HTTP client. Localhost 7110. So that looks like it exists. Of 10. Authentication state provider. Related local server. That's the local storage. Docus. .nl. Nope. 5. Test. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bang. That's not what I wanted to remember. Copy, paste, submit. Handle registration. The registration model is now filling it with the password and the confirm password. All the information is in there. 5. Then this should go F5. That's not getting into the server. Reload. Submit. This is register razor as a client. Auth service is the client. Where is this? Yes, that's the client. But this will already fail, I think. F11. Get the password. Not sure that is process the information. Status code not found. .404. That's not found. So it's unable to find the API accounts. So this one is not found. What's Swagger saying here? Accounts with a let's try that. It's not doing anything here. It's probably because this is in break mode. But it's not found. So we're getting closer here. 5. Let's run the Swagger and see what it looks like. So try it out. Gene at docus.nl. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. Execute. I'm pretty sure this will work. So this is going to accounts and not API accounts. I would expect API accounts. See, that's not found. That's giving me 404. So how come this is working on the GitHub site? Let's go in here. That was in here, auth services. API accounts. But that's different, post-JSON async. So let's look at the server then. Server, controllers, accounts. There you are. There's a route on there. Copy. Sneaking it in. That's the issue. And that's probably also done on the other ones. Login controller. See, same thing. Oh. Let's put API slash for that. API slash. And that's probably also done here then. API slash. Rebuild. Really takes a lot of time to debug things, but in the end we'll get there. So now it says API accounts on all levels. Register 5. Make that Joe at Docus. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Bang. Let's check if it's typed correct. Yeah. Of 10. Still not found. Accounts. Is it where's the swagger thing? It's a capital A. See, reload. Yeah, we have to build it again, I think. Let's build it again. Because I think it's case sensitive. Register. Five. Joe at docus.nl. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Bang. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Bang. Submit. 5 of 10. Still not found. Really? So what's the address then? Let's go into the debugger for the page. I think this won't work. Yeah. Ctrl-Shift-I. 5. Let's see where it's trying to put you. Joe at Docus. Can we stick to the page here? Accounts. It's trying to get to that address. So stop the thing there. And run it again. Server 7120. See, that means that the base address is not right. That's not working either. So for some reason the routing is not working. Maybe I need to rebuild. No, it is showing it in Swagger. So why is that thing not working there? This one is not working. Oh. Go back here. Accounts controller. Let's run it once more. That's the Swagger page. This is 7120. Try it out. Jane at docus.nl. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. Execute. That is working. But I think the base address is not right. Where is the code? There. This one. This HTTP client. Let's run it again. Base address 71110. That's not right. Make that 20. Oh, okay, not possible. Okay, stop this. Go back to programs there. Host environment base address, so let's put a break on this. See what's doing it with that. Because this one is part of this. Five. That's it. 5. So 120. So this never breaks. Stop this. So what if we do the same as we do in here? Where is that? In there. Where's the HTTP client in here? Oh, that's on the website, obviously. I think. Yeah. Host environment base address. So we have this one, and that's in here on the client program. Same thing here. Where is it? I'm looking at the server. There. Test auth and client auth. Then in here we are authenticating on index homepage, I think. In here we have an injection of a client factory. That should be on the page. Can we bring that in here? Then if there's no client factory, that's the same thing. That's the constructor. Oh. Copy. Bring in the client factory. So we should not do this here. We should do that where it's used. Here. Copy. This should not be that name, but should be the name as defined in here. Seven 120. Fix for deployment. That's not in there. Let's try to log in first. Log in. Oh, I need to fix this one. Copy. Let's just remove the check here for now. Let's see if that's doing something. No. Client factory does not contain definition. Get async. Forgot something there. Oh. That's also not accepted. Client. Back to source there. Web. Client. Go to pages. Register. No. Should we go to the authentication service? This one. Man, I'm messing around today. Client, copy. Let's run back here. Return all of it. This was what it was, and then go to the other website, copy, see if that's allowed. I think it is. Response can be null, that's a risk there, obviously. Then also put in the auth service. Let's put this back in for now. Just to see if we can create a login, register login. should be there. This should be in the other project. Don't mess around. What is it? HTTP client, HTTP client, HTTP client. And I'm missing this one. Let's see if it works with the injected factory. API accounts. So this is incorrect. So where does it get the host environment base address? Test 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. Damn it. Object not set to an instance. So the injection fails, I think. Where is the there? Let's check this. I think this will fail. Oh, stupid. To create clients not possible to build there. Is this the right thing? Yeah. This should get the one from here. Let's try again. Stop the show there. And run it again. The fun of authentication. Go to register. Jake at docus.nl test Test 1 2 3 4 bang. Test 1 2 3 4 bang. Submit 5 of 10 and fails. I still think this is null. Reload it. Five. Jake at docus.nl. Jake at doc. No, that should be test 1 2 3 4 bang. Test 1 2 3 4 bang. See, that one is null. So the injection is not working here. Because this is not a component. So we need to do that in a different way then. This one. Let's undo all this. I'll go back to program there. And this is a string. So this should be let's try that. Hard coding it for now. this is the client. I understand. That's trying to call API from its own. Jake at docus.nl. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. Submit. Oh. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. Still not working. What's the no breakpoint? What? Access to fetch from has been blocked through course. Okay. So we now need to bring in the course thingy. Okay. I think that all changed over time. So, but we have that available here. In here. Copy. Seven 120 or 5 120. Oh. Here. Seven 120. No, 5 120. And HTTPS 7 120. Do it a little bit different. Stop this and then CORS. To bring that in. Wow, so many things to take into account. Build succeeded. F5. Register. Jake at docus.nl. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. Submit. F5. Okay, still not working. Seven one one 10. Okay. Oh. So this is what's the other one? 71110, 51110. Let's try one more time. F5. F5. Next there. Register. Docus.nl. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Bang. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Bang. Submit. F5. F5. I think it worked. Let's have a look at the database there. View SQL Server object thingy. Look at the local database. This one, tables. Let's check the users. View data. There they are. And apparently it happened already before. Jake at docus.nl. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. I'm logged in. that's failing. .404 not found. So that's probably the same issue as before. Let's close this. This is inject. In this case it would work. Do we have it available? Program. We still do have this available. So go into inject. Where's YouTube thingy? Like this, copy. Yeah, that's not working. Get JSON from async, so you should do something similar as the other one. Because we fixed this one. We have to do the same thing as the authentication service. Copy. So that's not working. Maybe this should be just API, something like that. Let's try that. Five. Still logged in. Yeah, it actually returned something. Ta-da! Now let's do the same thing when logging out. See, that's not allowed. So we check for that. So that's 401 unauthorized. So why is that not showing in the code then? Source, client, pages, fetch data. There you see that it's different. So is the route also like this? Source, server, controllers, sample data. That's interesting. Wonder why that would be different. In this case, it's putting the authorize on there and then on action. Client. Is the controller. And that's an action. API controller, simple data controller, simple data, and then weather forecasts. Source, client, pages, fetch data. This is if it's an action apparently. This just get. Now the routing was working, so let's leave that in API with a forecast. Freezing, bracing, chilly, cool, mild, warm, balmy, hot, sweltering, and scorching. So we should check if the user is logged in. If the user is not logged in, they should redirect to the login page. Because now it will see it, now it will fail because there's no check. Mark user as logged out. How is that done in the navigation? That's automatically done, I think. Client. Authorized view. Authorized view. Block page if not logged in Blazor. Login redirect. App.razor. App assembly, type of program assembly, prefer exact matches found, context, route data, authorized route view, route data default, main layout, focus on navigate, not found. If not authorized, This is in general for all pages. Well, okay, let's wrap it up. That's something we need to do later. Fix that later in the next session, because it's already 12:30. So it's getting late again. Let's make a note in the client version there. Fetch data. To do redirect to login if not logged in. So in general, this seems to work now. I do want a better solution for this part. To do fix HTTP client creation. That's something I need to fix. But at least it's working, so we can do a final thing there. Let's close this, do it one more time. F5. So, there we are. Why is it breakpoint? Login. Jake at docus.nl. Test 1 2 3 4 bang. Submit. F5. Now it's recognized. And now we should be able to fetch the data as well. Right. Hooray! Working. And this is not protected. Cool. Log out. And this will fail. That's what we need to fix in the next release of the next live coding stream. But we got somewhere. Cool, let's wrap it up. Let's see what the changes here are. Should be nothing. Okay, let's wrap this up, close that, that's no longer necessary, don't see, save, that's not needed anymore, don't save. In the meantime, let's trigger Studio update. Check for updates. Available 17 to preview 2 update. Yes. Let's close this. Okay, let's leave this running there and get back to the main window there. So we finally got the security thing working, running the APIs and stuff like that. Why is this opening now? My scheduler. We do need to fine tune it a little bit more, then try to bring it over to SQLite maybe, because it's now using SQL and I want to integrate it in SQLite. But that's another test for a next live stream. So if you haven't already done, please subscribe and hit the bell, or follow me if you're on Twitch. Thanks for watching today and see you next Tuesday with our next live stream.